Painted skies, open fields, seemingly endless roads, safaris, and song. This is South Africa.
Living in South Africa is, I could say, a privilege in Africa to live in South Africa. We have diverse cultures, 11 official languages. It's just fun to be young in South Africa.
Life here is simple. The children here don't have many toys, yet they play. Some may not even have a pair of shoes, yet they run. And even the smallest know how to dream. But the most amazing characteristic of the children in South Africa is how even at a young age, many of them are looking for God. These are the ones who found him in the Church of Christ.
My relationship with God is very important because I try by all means to live up to his expectation, living by the doctrines that the church has taught us during our Bible studies.
Because every time I worship, it's where I start being free. Yeah. And I've changed.
Brother Madoda Tiulu grew up in a rural village in a very close family. It was there he learned to appreciate family values. But as he grew, he discovered that there might be more to learn than what his family could teach.
Somehow, something said to me when I entered in the chapel, this might be it. This might be what you have been looking for.
I saw the unity within the church, how everybody want to behave towards each other. What's so different about this church than all the other churches that I have went to in the past? So that prompted curiosity, and from there on I just wanted to learn more about the Christian faith.
Brother Milwa Monatisa was just a boy looking up at one of his favorite aunts. It was she who introduced him to the Church of Christ.
Knowing that I was instrumental in bringing my family into the church, it's like piled up blessings recharges me. So it becomes like a double dose of this generous feeling that you are having.
Brother Rogelio Raffles Sr. knows the very history of the Church of Christ in South Africa. As a doctor, Brother Rogelio has traveled many places in his practice. When he came to South Africa in the early 80s, he not only took with him his gift of healing, more importantly, he took with him his gift of faith.
I wrote a letter to Brother Benjamin Santiago Sr. He was then the editor-in-chief of the God's Message. And when I wrote him a letter, I told him that I'm here now in Lesotho, and that if it's possible, I can put he can put my address in the God's Message, or there might be some brethren around in Southern Africa, so that they can communicate with me. That's how we started the group worship service, or the committee prayer group in Maseru, Lesotho.
Brother Rogelio was instrumental in pioneering the various group worship services in South Africa: Kwakwa, Lady Brand, Lesotho, Madagascar, Johannesburg, Pretoria, and of course, King Williamstown.
Audio tapes arrived. Then we had our formal worship service through audio tapes, and we invite also our friends. God is great, He does everything. And it was really my hope that it will grow like this.
The Chapel of King Williamstown has a story of its own. It is one of the oldest buildings in the area. But it's truly made history by being the first Iglesia Ni Cristo chapel dedicated to God in South Africa.
they feel that God is here. You can't just look further. He's here in his house. He dwells here, and then I want to be here. So, like in the Church of Christ, anywhere, I want to dwell in his house forever.
For these young brethren, the chapel is more than a historical building. It's a home where they worship and learn the direction their lives should take.
One could rather say that since that God is good, is great, He will see the world in a far view. But then to really know that one of us are highlighted from the rest of the world, actually I could say that I feel special about it, and I got a great deal in that, since that I should bring more people into the Church of Christ.
Since I joined the church, I don't think anybody's living the life I'm living. It's like one big dream that everyone wants to live in, and for that I thank the Church of Christ.
Many of these brethren haven't seen the full progress of the Church of Christ outside of South Africa. The monumental progress they've witnessed has been in themselves. For them, it is enough to know how much God and being members of the church has changed their lives.